You see these cookies here? Do you see these cookies here? We're going to make them very colorful. All right? We're going to get a brown one and a red one and a dark brown one.
Dark brown.
And we're going to get a big one. And we're going to give them to you. All right?
Okay.
For doing what you do.
Oh.
Okay? And you can't stop. No.
If you want the cookies.
No. I'll take it back. Okay? So look, first of all, I sure hope everybody's registered to vote, got their early vote ballot, and is going to vote, and all that kind of stuff. You can't take any vote.
It's always great to have representation from the CAAT and the city of Chester. So I'm going to introduce everyone to Ms. Tara Jones. Tara is the president and CEO of the Chester Cultural Arts and Technology Center, or CAAT. We've known Tara for a long time, and Tara is the beneficiary of Wingspan grant and a Youth-Led Humanities grant. So she's deep into our program, and she's going to tell you a little bit about our support of her work. So yesterday was the ending ceremony of celebrating the PA Humanities 50th anniversary. And they invited myself to represent the CAAT Center to talk about how their funding has helped us as one of the nonprofit organizations that receive the Wingspan. So we are in a particular position with them because we received the Wingspan grant as well as the Youth-Led Humanities grant. So we were double grants there.
Our mission is to eradicate poverty through the arts, culture, and technology. So we have, intertwined humanities, arts, culture, and technology like no one has in the city of Chester, Pennsylvania. The first city of the city. I agree to agree with this. We have a very small team, and the grants that we receive from PA Humanities help to save our organization. So this is very personal.
We received the grant last year, and the Wingspan grant was new to PA Humanities. And they decided to choose, I think, 22 recipients. And we, were part of who they thought would do great work and, utilize the money and could use the money. So, they knew we were coming downtown Chester and they wanted to be a part of making that happen.
We were able to receive the Youth-Led Humanities grant, and that helped us to figure out how we can work with our high schoolers in Chester High School and the STEM schools. But what it has taught us is that schools, we already knew down there, our school district is under receivership. So every time we get a cohort of students, we had to get a new cohort of students and a new cohort, and it's just like, okay, we gotta revamp what we're doing because of all of the things we have to work with. But we're not going to stop because of babies.
But ultimately, our programs are built in humanities. We are wanting to change people's lives. We want to make sure that folks are happy. Have those basic things that every human should have, just a bit of happiness and learning skills and just being a better person. So I think it just aligns because we're just trying to build beautiful people.
So that was a tremendous help for us to be able to have those opportunities to get into the school to reach them. So what it taught us is we need to revamp how we're doing things and make sure that we have a place and space for them to come to our schools and us not to go to the school because it was limiting us. So in all that struggle, again, our 5th year, oh my goodness. I was like, I don't know what we're going to do. And we got the opportunity to open up a second location. Now, first location, we're doing all kinds. We have dance classes, art classes, like we gotta jump it. Technology classes, you know, computer classes. That's in our first location. But then we got the opportunity to open a second location in what's called downtown Chester. And I wasn't sure about it. Because when you walk in, it was nice and you can envision the space, but it was like, we gotta do something in this space because it needs to be more inviting and love. And right about then, I said, you know what? I heard about the grant. I said, we're going. I don't know how we're gonna manage the space. I don't know what's gonna happen, but we were allowed to send a video. I was like, what? I was like, Aaron, let's go. Because sometimes, as you all know, when you hear a person present, you can feel the passion. And the passion matches the work. So I was excited to be able to show our buildings in the video so they could see what we were doing and what we had planned to do. So the fact that this grant, we could, you know, use it for capacity, we can use it to pay artists. I was like, man, listen, I'm gonna work this grant. And it was so exciting to be able to say, hey, we now have a black box theater. So the grant allowed us to have my first, you know, production. My first summer camp. This grant also allowed us. Because I've been doing this for a long time. And it has been this opportunity that made me realize I was on the right track. And being as though I was able to have our first 6-week summer camp, I still don't know how we did it. But we did it. And then we had our first production in our Black Box Theater. Oh, these kids, it was amazing. And Leslie was able to come. And because I was like, I know it's last minute, but I want to see if anybody can come because you guys helped fund this. And it was an amazing thing for me to see that a play that I finally got a chance to write. Because again, running an organization on a very tight budget, I could not do all of my gifts and talents. I had to run the business. So to be able to free up some of my time, because I could pay an artist, you know, I could pay someone to help write grants. The grant was just so helpful. You know, we now have a gallery. Oh my gosh. We have the only women-led gallery in the city of Chester. It was just inviting to say, you know what, there's other types of art, there's other artists, and I felt like we were not represented. But this grant allowed us to represent everybody. We don't care what walk of life you come. We don't care. You got good art, come on and present your art. We're gonna sell your art. Because we got the best retiree. She came out of retirement. And she did not know anything about art, but she is selling art off our wall. And that is so helpful for us because we're now being known as the gallery where they want to come to. We don't just want to put it up there and display. We want to change lives for the artists. I'm tired of hearing about struggling artists. We don't want to struggle. We want to, you know, cry, right? So we want to help these artists. So, and we also have a dance studio upstairs. The spot is amazing. I love it. So we're able to have dance classes up there. So I just want to say thank you to anyone and everyone who decided that the CAAT Center would be a great recipient of this grant because your money did not go to waste. It's still not going to waste because we're still utilizing, we're almost done, but you know, we have been able to change many lives, have great programs, and I would encourage you to go and visit our website, Chester CAAT, ChesterCAATCenter.org, so you can see some of the work that's being done down in the city of Chester and Delaware County. Thank you, it changed our lives, and hopefully the contacts and connections that you all keep giving us will continue growing, continue to be a rock in that community. So again, thank you all, and I appreciate y'all.
Thank you so much, Tara. I know how you have grown your center in Overtown, and we we are so honored to have you as part of our Wingspan community, truly.
But this kind of joy happens, this kind of specialness happens, this kind of humanity happens. And even if it's just for a day, it changes your world.
We outside, remember?
It changes how you see life. It changes how you engage with yourself, the people around you. It gives you hope and inspiration to keep moving forward. And do big things, not little things, not incremental things, big things. And it's so necessary. The hate and the ugliness and sometimes the loss of hope happens, you need this. Everything else on you are involved in doing, supporting, engaged in, advising, financing, helping folks to look at a different way, try to get to yes. It's especially important in this current environment. But as people start to think and grow and plan around 2026 and everything is supposed to happen in 2026, there'll be a lot of glitch, there'll be a lot of this, there'll be a lot of that. But if we don't deal with the humanity of it,